Hey, welcome to Making Life More Better podcast, where we are empowering Black men who grew up without a father to live a godly, purpose-driven life through faith, healing, and sharing our stories. All I wanted him to do was just listen to me. And when I started talking, he would not let me finish talking. That was a part of a conversation I had from a listener of my podcast. And he was trying to talk to his father. He and his father, he finally got the nerves, build up the nerves to talk to his father. And when he started talking to his father, letting his father know how he felt, letting his father know how he'd been feeling the past several years in regards to their relationship. Whenever he started talking, he said his father cut him off. His father wouldn't let him talk. And I'm not going to go all the way into his story. I just want to share that part because he may want to be a guest on the podcast. And so I want him to do that if that is what he decides to do. But this podcast episode is for the fathers that have Black sons, whether they are adults now or they're still kids and you have not been involved in their lives. I'm asking you for a favor. I want you to, if your son wants to sit down and speak with you, if your son wants to sit down and talk to you in regards to your relationship or the lack thereof of your relationship, can you do me a favor and just allow your son to speak? Give him the time to say what he wants to say. Even if what he is saying makes you uncomfortable, even if what he is saying is placing all the blame on you, even what he is saying is making you upset, making you angry, just allow him to talk. Just allow him to get his emotions out. The conversation that I had with this young man about his father, he said, I finally talked to him. I finally got a chance to talk to him. And I asked, how did it go? He said, not good. It did not go good at all. And the thing he kept talking about was he wouldn't listen to me. All I wanted him to do was to listen to me, to hear how I feel, to hear my emotions and not cut me off. And that is what happened. He said his father kept cutting him off when he was trying to let him know or trying to tell him. And he said, I was being respectful. I was saying it in a respectful way. And when he continued to cut me off, that just bothered me. I've never had the opportunity to talk to my father at all. My father's still living. And I don't know if I will ever get that opportunity to talk to my father. But I want to say this to the fathers. Just allow your son the time to talk. Whether you're doing it on the phone, whether you're doing it in person, if nothing else, give him that time to speak, that time to talk, that time to express how they're feeling, even if it is making you upset, even if it's rubbing you the wrong way. Allow them to finish. And whenever you're finished, whenever your son is finished talking, then you can respond or say what you need to say. This young man, he said, I've been pretty much all of my life afraid to say anything to my father, afraid to talk to my father. Not like afraid that he's going to do something to me, but just that level of intimidation, just afraid. And throughout all that, what he was saying, I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to take away from his story. He may want to, he may not want to. But just hearing him in that state, just hearing him and all of the emotions, all of the feelings, all of those things that he was feeling at that time, he felt good that he got past the nerves of saying something to his father, but to be met with not letting him finish. And for him to share that with me, that took a lot for him to do that. It took a lot for him to say the things that he said. And he was saying it to me like, don't mean to be disrespectful. I said, no, if you feel the way that you feel, you can't, I'm not going to knock you for that, for you feeling the way that you're feeling. And he asked my advice on it, on their phone, I won't say conversation, but the back and forth between he and his father. He asked my advice on it, and I shared my advice. And again, if he chooses to come on the podcast and share his story, I'm going to allow him to do that. So you can hear the story coming directly from him. But to all the fathers, to my brothers, to my black brothers, please allow your black sons to talk to you, to express, to share, to get whatever out that they've been holding in for so long. I've said in this video, I've never had that opportunity to talk to my father. Had it been years ago and I had that opportunity, the conversation probably would have went like the young man that I'm talking about, how their conversation went, because I had so much hate, I had so much anger, I had so much frustration built up inside because he was not there. And now I'm at the point, if I were to get that chance to talk to him, I know it's going to be completely different. Because I went through all of those emotions and all of those feelings, and I had to ask God to help me stop feeling the way that I was feeling in regards to my father and him not being there in my life when I needed him. I wanted him in my life. I had to ask God to help me stop feeling the way that I was feeling towards my father. So I want to say to all the black men that you're not involved or haven't been involved in your son's life, or even you have been, but very limited, not to the point of where your son feel like you should have been involved more. Please allow him to talk. Just sit and just listen. And I think that will be the beginning of healing, not just for your son, but for you as well. I believe that you as a father, you need your son just as much as he needs you. And maybe you don't even know how to let your son know that. Maybe your ego won't let you apologize or to come to him and say, you know what? I'm so sorry I wasn't there. For whatever reason that you were not there, I believe in my heart that you need him just as much as he needs you. And what would that do to the both of you if your son was talking to you and you let him know that? You let him know, hey, I need you just as much. And I believe there are a lot of adult men that are hurt because of not being involved in their son's life, and probably don't even know how to do that, probably don't even know how to come to their son and to talk. The first step is just listening. Hey, son, or if he don't want you calling him son, he may not even want you calling him son. Let's talk. Or if he comes to you and wants to talk. Just what is it going to hurt by you sitting and listening? Put your ego aside, your pride aside, and look at what God blessed you with. God blessed you with the ability to create a son, another human being, somebody that is of you. That's of you. You will probably hear him when he's talking to you. If you allow that to happen, you will probably see yourself in him. What is it going to hurt for you to listen? Hearing that young man on the phone, crying, upset, mad, angry. And I thanked him for him even trusting me to share that with me. And my heart went out to him. My heart went out to his father, because I believe his father is a good father. I believe that his father knows that he needs his son just as much as his son needs him in each other's lives. Try it and see. See what difference it will make by you just doing that. All right. I hope this was helpful. If you've experienced that already, let me know in the comments what you think about this. If you're willing to do that, let me know that, hey, you know what? It's about that time for me to make this right. It's about that time for me just to sit and listen. Tomorrow's not guaranteed to anyone. Your life can change from one moment to the next. It's not promised. It's so much that's going on in this world. So many things that are happening to people. Don't let that happen and you have regrets about not talking to your son, about not talking to your child that God blessed you with, to be his father. It's not too late. Just listen. Just sit and listen. Allow him to finish. Just sit and listen. All right. Take care. God bless. I hope this was helpful. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and check out the next episode when they come out. Again, this is Making Life More Better podcast, where we are empowering Black men who grew up without a father to live a godly, purpose-driven life through faith, healing, and sharing our stories. God's will. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Have a good one.